Wow, that was easy. Wow, that was easy.
Vibe Society is brought to you by C Media, Mixmasters LLC, and Hookah Therapy. If you need a drink that's mixed right, you need to holler at Mixmasters LLC. They do custom drinks, custom flavors, and you already know they deliver to you, as well as they do bartending services. So holler at Mike over there. He'll get you right at Mixmasters LLC. Also, Hookah Therapy, custom flavors. All our sponsors do custom. So they're doing custom flavors, custom hookahs, hookah repairs, and they deliver same day in tri-state area and then nationwide. They do overnight delivery if you ask for it. So holla at them right now, hookah_therapy 793. Now let's get to the show. What the business is, it's your boy LB Easy, a.k.a. Passport Poppy, a.k.a. what name I'm going to use today. How you doing, Vanilla?
I'm good. Hanging in here. You see, I had to bring out the ice and the purple. You see?
I see that. And we're going to do something a little different tonight. So we're not only on YouTube tonight, we also streaming on the apps as well. So if you're over there on, we're streaming live on Tagged right now. So make sure y'all tune, both ways. Hey, we're going to have a nice little vibe. I know this is our first time doing both, so we're just seeing how it works out. And shit, let's have a little fun with it. So how was your week, Vanilla? I know it's hot as shit up here. What about you?
Oh, absolutely hot as fuck. But it's been a good week. Just been, chilling, vibing, enjoying time with my nephew. What about you?
Yeah, little man run the house. I already know that.
Oh, you have no clue.
I already know that. But nah, I've been good. Just been working all week. Finishing up some stuff for some clients. Got a couple websites that's due and some social media projects. So that's all it's been. Just basically doing that, getting back into it. Been in kind of like I would say, as a creative, any creative understand, you go into a moment when you just blah. So I've been in that for the last week. So it's been interesting putting together these projects because you got to work through that because shit, you got to make them deadlines. So, but it's been an interesting progress. As you see, I'm drinking coffee because I just been up. I just it clicked, and I was able to get work done last night. And I've been up. So I may crash tomorrow afternoon, but as for now, no, I got a call from my client. We got a meeting tomorrow now for an emergency project. So I sleep tomorrow night. It is what it is. It is what it is.
Oh gosh.
But nah, this week we got some crazy topics. We got some topics we're gonna really dig into, but we also got some crazy stories when it comes to the pop culture stuff. So I'm excited about it. I know this weekend is Father's Day.
Mm-hmm.
So for all my fathers out there, happy Father's Day. And for all the dudes like myself that don't have kids, but women call us daddy every now and then, we should get a Father's Day card too. I'm just
No. Why?
if
Why?
you can call us daddy, we could get a daddy. You know what? Cool. It's cool. Don't mind.
You could get a Father's Day card because of Taz.
Wait, I can only get a Father's Day card because of a fur baby, but I can't get a Father's Day card because a woman called me daddy? Cool. Don't give me no gun. Don't give me no gun.
What? Why do you?
I'm just, you get me? You get, hey, don't get, hey,
I should have got a Mother's Day card because I get called mama. So,
who call you mama? What
my
is in the middle of, who is in the middle of doing some shit and talking about something? Oh, yeah, mama. Yeah, mama. That shit don't even sound right. You get me? That shit don't even sound right. But you know how I be. Yeah, daddy. You be like, yeah. You know, like, I should get a card. It's cool. I'll let y'all know. If I get a card, y'all know next week. I have my cards in the back. If I get a card, I'm going to put it in the back. Right where the football helmet is. So y'all will know where it's at. I think that's okay. I think that's the deal. You know what I just realized?
What?
1 second. We're missing. Boom. There we go. All right, I'm good.
What are we missing?
Not we were missing. I was missing. My bad. It was something I used to gauge what we're doing, and it wasn't up. All right, bet. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get this thing started, get the show started. We got a lot to go over tonight. We're going to have a good time, make a lot of jokes, touch a lot of hearts. No Diddy. Here we go. I go by the name LB Easy, a.k.a. Passport Poppy, a.k.a. the Heavyweight Lover, a.k.a. the Brat Tamer, a.k.a. what name I'm going to use today, here with the beautiful Vanilla. Look at her. And this is Vibe Society. Yeah, baby. All right. Let's go ahead and get into topic number 1.
I don't know why that was giving me outcast.
What? All right. Oh, I see. I'm about to show my age. See, that's how we show that age. You heard that and heard Outcast. I heard that and heard 3-6 Mafia. Ooh,
oh my god.
Chicken. All right. See, that's how you can know if you 30 or up. You heard all right. If you didn't, you heard. All right.
See, because in that song, the part that stands out to me is the woo woo chicken head.
Hey, we gotta really talk about the classic that Chicken Head is to the hip hop industry. Like, they sat there and talked shit the whole time. Breath like some thunder. What you looking like? I don't want your phone number. That shit was funny as fuck. I don't care what nobody said. Anyways, all right. So tonight we're gonna touch on some topics that, hey, we gotta do what the fuck we gotta do. We gotta talk about some stuff here. So we're gonna start off right now with topic number 1. What are your thoughts? See, let's go ahead and pull this up. What are your thoughts on the recent Michael Rainey Jr. streaming incident? Now, let's just go ahead and pull up a picture just in case you don't know who this gentleman is. If you watched Power, which most of you have, if you watched the Book of Power, Power Book 2, Ghost. See, I won't lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I stopped watching Power. I almost said Powder. God damn. Power when the daughter got killed. I was mad at Tariq. I was like, who the fuck is this little nigga? Why he still alive? But the show kept going, did good, made it to book 2. All right, so this is this gentleman here. Well, if you don't know what's happening now, this is Michael Rainey Jr. He was on a stream recently with a YouTube streamer, and the streamer's sister was there. She was making little comments the whole time, whatever, boom, boom, boom. And nobody paying her no mind or whatever. And then eventually she walks up. Let's switch the picture. This is the young lady right here to the far left. And if you can see the facial expression he's making, that's when he realized. And mind you, there's 2 little kids in front. You can't see, they cut the kid's head off. She grabbed his meat.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate that. She grabbed his meat. She walked up and grabbed his meat live on stream. And you see his face. His face is like, what the fuck is going on? But what he does is he kind of like, his homeboy come up and kind of like, they trying to like laugh it off. But I wanted to ask, what's y'all thoughts on this situation right now? What responses did we get, Vanilla?
So we have JoJo that said, sis was doing a lot, but I don't know. People kind of talking away from it. If the roles were reversed, it's wrong either way. But I feel like it's downplayed because he's a guy. I see many people making jokes about it as well. Mm-hmm. Then we have Isha Britt with charge her ass for SA. And lock her ass up like they do other black kings. We also have, how you pronounce her name again? Asha?
Asha.
I don't want to pronounce it wrong. I'm sorry, Mama. Okay, we got Asha with, I feel like people aren't taking him serious since he's a man, but that was so out of line. Then we got Danny_Mason with, she was wrong for that, and he should press charges. Which I ain't gonna lie, I agree with her.
Hey, I'm not finna lie to you. The list of dudes that have gone through a situation where a woman has just walked up and grabbed our shit, like, I thought it was. It's sad that I thought it was just like entering into manhood, just a passage into, like, the amount of times it happens, mm-hmm. the nonchalantness of it, that we all know. Let's be real. We all know if this was a man walking up and grabbing a woman in her,
all hell is breaking loose immediately. Like everybody, like she's gonna make a scene right then and there and everything. I've seen a woman make a scene because she was getting searched by a male security guard. He's doing his job. Like his job is to search you.
I'm just leaving this picture up right here. I just want everybody, if you're not watching on YouTube, if you're listening in, or if you're listening in on the podcast, or you're listening in off of the tag feed, we're holding up a picture right now of Michael Rainey Jr., the star of Power Book 2 Ghost. And at the moment that a young lady decided just to grab his meat right then on live stream. So, just to give y'all a little picture of it. Now, I'll save the rest of my points of interest for our next topic. However, this was used purposely as the first question for this week. Mm-hmm. Because I heard it and I was like, damn. She just walked up and did that.
Did you see 50 Cent's comment?
What was 50 Cent's comment?
He said SA, that was just an aggressive advance. He's fine. That's all he said. And then it had to get taken down.
Of course it got taken. Come on, of course it got taken down. Now,
Mhm.
do I feel like, hey, she finna take my manhood if she walk up and... No, I don't think that at all. But also, I'm a bigger dude. It's very few women that I see and be like, oh, God. And if I feel that way, I'm still big enough to fight that motherfucker off. But, it's not always simply about safety. It's about respect. Respecting somebody's personal space. Respecting somebody's person. And, hey, no matter how kinky or freaky you are, consent is real. So,
I feel like consent is like mainly there and applied to women. Like it's never really applied to men.
no, it's enforced when it comes to women. And like I said, I'm going to keep some of my statements to our next topic.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason I state that is because so many women will feel like, that's nothing. You just grab a dick. Like, it's just a dick.
I'm not gonna lie. Like I
Hey, see? There we go. But let's switch that around to a neck. Just
But
coming and grabbing your...
See,
You
I'm not
gonna
gonna
be
do it
mad?
unless I know we be on the same type of timing. I'm not
I've
gonna just
had random
randomly do
women.
that to you.
Wind down. Wind down.
Ooh.
Wind
Yeah.
down. Do you know how many times my shit been grabbed at wind down?
No,
And the
that's
woman just
kinda
look you in your
scary.
face and smile. I had one come up to me, grab my shit and say, you look like daddy. That was her statement. I'm, okay. Like, you know, and it's just
That's
like,
insane.
so
That is
that's
insane.
so that's why I'm trying to tell people is like, when you talk to dudes, hey ladies, talk to dudes. Talk to your homeboys, talk to your cousins, your brothers. If they, I'm going to give you 25. I'm just going to say if they're about 25, ask them. And I promise you, you're going to be surprised how many men deal with this. We've talked about this in so many different realms. We talked about men losing their virginity early to older women. We talked about the, how can I put it? The more drastic versions of this, but I think this is overlooked. It's just like if you don't want nobody to come and just grab you, because we all know how that turns out.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, I seen a dude try to grab a girl wrist to get her attention, and I get it. That's her personal space. You shouldn't be trying to touch her. That if they don't want to be touched, don't touch them.
Right.
But I've seen the reaction to don't touch my wrist, like don't be grabbing on me, and that's you're right. He shouldn't be
You know,
grabbing.
the
on
crazy
me.
part is if a guy was to react like, yo, don't touch me like that or anything like that, he'll be seen as in the wrong.
He be seen as a bitch. Let's be real.
He'll
We
be-
gonna keep it a buck. We
Off
gonna keep it a
rip.
buck.
Just
We
with this
can't be
incident
offended by
happening.
shit. We supposed to just man up on everything that comes our way. And I'm gonna tell you
Off
that's some
rip.
motherfucking bullshit. Because
In this incident, he was already in the comments. People commenting were
What?
calling him gay and everything like that because of how he reacted. Because he wasn't accepting to somebody grabbing him and groping him when he don't want to be grabbed and groped.
hey, let me tell you like this. We've gotten to a point where we realize that us being loud and aggressive about certain things, us being quote unquote men about certain things, haven't helped the situation. It's kind of like the mentality that I have. Hey, when I was out there doing the things I was doing, I was out in the streets and all that shit. Hey, anything happen, hey, that's part of the game. I'm a motherfucking civilian at this point. So, everything I got is legal. Everything I got is licensed. And just know I got 911 on speed dial. I'm not playing these games with y'all. I'm grown. I'm too old to be out here with this bullshit. I got 911 on speed dial. So you call me whatever the fuck you want to call me. Because let it.
How does a man respond to a situation like that? A proper way. What would be the proper way for a man to respond?
The proper way is nah. That's not cool. You catch that shit right then. I'm not saying you gotta throw this motherfucker across the room or nothing like. But nah, that's not cool. and you straighten it at that point how you need to do it, and it depends on how to act. But in this case here, you just walked up and grabbed. I know he's trying to handle business. That's why he was like, "Oh shit, we out here." I'm trying to, yeah. And he left shortly after. But in that situation there, nah. That's when you say, "Hey, nah, that shit ain't cool. That ain't cool." Now, don't get me wrong. If it's somebody that you and y'all got that kind of relationship, yeah. Mm-hmm. But this is a rando. And the thing about it is, prior to everything, she was making weird comments. She was, those attention comments. And you can go watch it. It was something about a banana, pass her a banana. And so you already making these comments to get attention, not getting attention. So you say, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to come up and grab this nigga dick. I'm going to tell you, we finna flip the game up. I'm not finna lie to you. I'm not with the drizzle shit. I be laughing and joking with the shit. A lot of that shit, we know is games. We know it's funny. Like, we just be reversing shit when we say that shit, right? But on this shit, hey, fellas, press charges every fucking time. I did not consent for you to touch my dick.
So the streamer first comment when it came out was that his sister never, seen someone of his caliber, someone of his stature.
So you grab a dick? I've never seen a celebrity. The fuck?
Right, like it makes no sense to me. It doesn't matter. And they're both in their early 20s, so you know better. You know better.
Hey, ladies, do y'all think? Hey, I'm gonna ask y'all straight up, ladies. Do y'all think it's okay to just walk up to a nigga you don't know and grab his meat? To walk up to a man you don't know and just grab his meat. Do y'all think it's okay?
It's absolutely not okay.
That's so we're gonna go ahead and get to the second question so we can get into the nicks and crannies. All right, so let me move this around. My bad. I decided to do something different today. So question number 2. Does society care less about men being the victims of SA?
And so Danny _Mason said, I don't think society cares about SA in general. And my sister Isha Britt said, hell no. They have to go through hell and back to prove it happened to them. And this is true, even with women now, like just to prove that you've been through SA is a hassle.
Yeah.
It's a hassle. But I understand the hassle because there was a lot of cases where it wasn't true. Mm-hmm. And they just used that to their benefit because they're a woman.
Now, this is my only thing with that. Mm-hmm. I believe that everyone should be heard. You get me? Something happened, you say something, everything is taken serious and looked into. What I don't believe is that we blindly just trust everything that's said. Let's investigate it. Let's find out what's going on, and let's get to the bottom of it, right? I believe in that. I also believe that when we find out if a motherfucker lying, just as loud as we was out here saying, oh, this person did this, we need to be out here saying it was a fucking lie. That person should be ridiculed. That person should be called the fuck out for lying. And that person should be legally prosecuted. Because anybody that has been accused of that, their life changed immediately. Just like this conversation we're having right now. Immediately, that young lady is dealing with whatever repercussions this situation has brought to her. Hey, and we got it on film. Ain't no allegation. The shit's there. So, just imagine the number of people that have had these claims made against them and it wasn't true. So, when we talk about victims of SA, we're not just talking about the victims themselves. We're talking about the victims of the false victims. So, when we have those people, like we had, let's use this for example. We talk about black women and women of color not being accounted for when it comes to missing girls, these missing girls that are missing. And now we're seeing missing boys missing too. So people of color are going missing and nobody gives a fuck about it, right? So we finally get somebody looking at the situation that happened in Alabama with the Cheez-Its girl.
Right.
It comes out that she fucking lied to get the attention of a dude that already cheated on her. And instead of us holding her accountable, instead of us being like, hey, We gotta let you know that this shit ain't cool, so everybody else know this shit ain't cool, because they finally put some news on you. They finally put some news on a black girl going missing. They finally put the public eyes on her like she was blonde and blue eyes. But you know what? It came out to be a fucking lie, and we can't let that shit slide, because when we let that slide, that means somebody else think it's okay to do it too. So now the next time when our black women are going missing, our black boys are going missing, nobody give a fuck, because they think maybe it's a lie. And and can you blame them? You get it?
Like, so, I can't honestly tell you the next time we're going to have a missing black girl on the news and it going viral for us to be able to shine some light on it and actually be out there to find this person, if it's actually true, because of this one incident. And it goes the same for SA. Yep. Hey, RC.
And you're 100% right. But that's why I say that we should always, I think we tuck away too much shit. Like we made it shameful to be shameful. And I say that because nobody call out nobody. No, everybody's scared to call out anybody on their bullshit. Mm-hmm. Because they're afraid to be canceled. They're afraid to be, my sponsor's not gonna support no more, or I may lose my job, or the internet, man, fuck that. We need to call people wrong, bruh. And the reason why this kind of shit happens is because we're not calling out wrong. When somebody this is exactly how it should go. Somebody makes an allegation. Mm-hmm. It is taken seriously, and an investigation happens at that point. We get down to the nicks and crannies. The person did it. Hey, put that motherfucker under the jail. They deserve everything that's coming their way. But if it comes out that it's a lie, it comes out that it's not true, that person should have just as much news time as them being falsely accused, so we can make sure that everybody know it's not true. But then also that person should be charged with the same for filing a false report. It should be facing the same time period that the other person would have faced if they would have found guilty. So if the person was found guilty, would have been entitled to 2 to 3 years in prison. Now you entitled to 2 to 3 years in prison. And I promise you, at that point, we'll stop getting these fake reports. At that point, we'll stop getting that fake shit, so we can focus on the real ones. Because nobody should feel unsafe. Man, woman, boy, girl, nobody should feel unsafe. Nobody should feel like they are not protected. Nobody should feel like they're not being heard. Nobody should feel like they're not being cared about. What we also
have we ever heard of any boys or men going through SA or being an SA victim on the news or anything like that?
It's not newsworthy. But let's look up. Did you look up the stats? Did you say you look up the stats? So who looked up the stats?
So I looked up the stats for men on 2 different sites. There's one site that said 1 out of 10 men are victims of SA, and then another site said 1 out of 4 men are victims of SH.
So, sexual harassment. Okay. Mm-hmm. Cause I was like, wait, homicide. That go crazy. All right. So. And this is the thing. I wish I would have had some fellas on here that I could really just say, hey, have you ever had a moment where you were a victim of this? Because I just want women to see. I asked a few of my male friends. Yeah.
Not one said they weren't. All of them were. I've asked
the craziest.
Asked 7 of them.
I remember, I'm not going to say who it was. If you hear this, bruh, I'm not putting no names out there. The people that was there knows who it was, and the people that wasn't, then you don't need to know who it was. 2 crazy situations. 1, there were multiple people that found themselves with the same young lady that after they got drunk, she made that move. Now everybody gonna be like, "Oh, you a big dude, you strong, like da da da." Right? Let's give that. Let's just say, hey, that's just what they happened. But these 2 dudes have the same exact story. That she brought a bottle over saying, "Let's drink." Everybody was over there vibing. When everybody left, she was like, she gonna chill. And then she said she want to take more shots out of her bottle. And then. But let that be a woman that said that, it would have been, okay, cool, whatever. Let's go to another.
It would have been very big and very put out.
Fast. Let's put another one. And I'm not saying that every assault makes it to the news. I'm not saying that. It should. But I'm giving you some examples of what men happen. Another situation, a gentleman, I'm not going to say his name either. Chick had an issue with her roommates and was like, hey, I just need the place to stay tonight. I'm getting into it with them, He's like, all right, cool. So she come over. Then she's going through all her sorrows of what she So he said, all right, I'll give you a few dollars just so you can get that going, your cell phone. You got to get that, all right, cool, boom, boom. And she was like, thank you. He was like, all right, cool, whatever. So they watching a movie, whatever, he falls asleep. He wakes up. She's on top of him. No protection. You get me? So nobody.
Were they dealing with each other in that?
No, and that's the reason why he was like, he said, bro, I gotta go get tested. He was like, I don't know her like that.
That's insane.
And a lot of people may be like, damn, how you gonna have this random person? And it's not really random. If y'all know us, how we used to move reckless. I won't lie about that. My house used to be the hangout spot. Everybody and their mama came over, but the way I did it was letting you know, hey, you come in some stupid shit, your ass gonna get carried the fuck out of here. So it was kind of like an understanding of that. So it was kind of cool. So of course, and I almost gave a clue that gave away who this is, because if I said that clue, you especially, Vanilla, would have been like, oh shit. But let's just say we were people that had women around us regularly. Mm-hmm. We did things to be interesting. Let's just say that. So when he came to us, he was like, bruh, you won't believe the crazy shit that happened. Well, he said, bro, blah, blah, blah. So he tell his whole situation. He said, bro, I got to go get tested. I don't even know her like that, bro. I told her she got to get that shit and go. Like, that's not cool.
That's not cool.
So just imagine if he did catch something.
That would have been that. Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine.
So that's what I mean when I say, I appreciate that, Nate. Thank you. That's what they mean when they say, when I say that, when I ask the question, does society care less about men being the victims of SA? It just seemed like when it happened to us, it just, hey, you need to take it as a compliment because you just that bad. Like, the fuck?
It's always seen as an aggressive advance.
Yeah.
It's always seen as
because
an aggressive
I think it's
advance.
looked in the sense that we can defend ourselves against women, so it shouldn't
Yeah.
be. And yes, we can,
That's
but
what
that
I've seen.
still don't mean, hey, maybe it's not that I didn't want you to grab it. Maybe I just wasn't ready for you to grab it. You get me? Like, now you walking around saying, it was all right, but I thought it'd be, you didn't let me, I'm a grower, not a shower. You don't know.
That's another thing. A lot of men
shit.
don't like to be grabbed or seen, especially when they're on top. Like, they don't,
But
it's not where it needs to be
And I'm
for
trying to
them
make-
to be comfortable.
I'm trying to make light of it. I'm definitely trying to make light of it. But yeah, I feel very strongly about this. Any responses to that? Yeah, KP, appreciate that. Kevin Gates had the same situation where a woman grabbed his private parts while he was on stage and he kicked her or punched her. One of them ended up going to jail for that, and then something else happened. Oh, what's his name? Terry Crews, big ass swole Crews. When the dude grabbed his meat and he called it out, like, you too big to be going through that. It's like, damn. So we're not gonna say. So let me be real.
I'm not supposed to.
You could be too big. You could be too big to be an SA victim. That's what we're saying. Because if that's the case,
that's what it sounds like.
If a woman's over a certain height or weight, that don't count no more. That's what you tell. Like, come on, make it make sense, my nigga. Make it make sense, my nigga.
It doesn't.
When we go down the list of people that said, Gary Owens came out with another situation where somebody tried him on some shit. Cat Williams talked about it. Most men would tell you that we lost our virginity to an older woman. Like, and I brag. I say this all the time. I bragged about it my whole life until I got older and realized that wasn't right.
I listened to a spoken word on that, and he was saying, I feel like he was speaking his truth. I feel like that actually probably happened to him, but he was saying like it was his teacher, and she made a move on him, putting the hand underneath the skirt and all, and like he didn't say anything because he's like, but you know what?
Because nowadays it seems like teachers fucking everything 14 and up. 14 and up is getting more pussy than anybody these days. I'm like, who are they hiring?
Insane.
When I was growing up, even the baddest teacher wouldn't even play with us. I'm in high school. I'm 17. Like, hey man, stop playing. I'm about to be grown next month. Boy, if you don't get out my face, we couldn't get no play. But well, I won't lie. There was one. It wasn't a teacher. But we got play. Let me not lie. We got play from older women. But I'm just saying, the way these teachers popping up in the news, this shit's crazy.
I feel like it's worse for the male teachers. The fine male teachers, I feel like it's a lot worse. And I only say that because there was this one fine male teacher.
Oh, so you used to try to get at your male teacher. That's what you're trying to say.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Oh,
I knew that wasn't ever, no. Mm-mm. If I was older and I wasn't at that school,
this motherfucker here. No, I've had
and we seen each other out in public.
Anybody know? I coached, and I had to. That's something I had to really make sure I made very clear. You know, it's like I coached, and I was close to my athletes' ages. You know, in the sense that it wasn't more. It was like what 3-4 years separation, or whatever. So it was kind of like if I was a senior, you were a freshman kind of thing. But I had to let them, hey, I'm grown. Don't be giving my number to your friends, all that. Like, none of that. We don't play none of that shit. Like, you know, and you gotta set that. I wouldn't let them hang out certain ways or something like, nah, we can't do that. We can't do that. You get me? So it's certain things you got to do, certain precautions, because you're the adult in the situation. Kind of like that. I just think it. Y'all heard about that lady that got caught having sex with her 13-year-old son's friend? And the friend videotaped it. Black lady. The friend videotaped it. And was showing his friends. And his mama ended up seeing it.
But why 13? Okay,
Thank
women,
you.
please.
So
please. Like, what is going on out here?
This what she said when it came out. I wouldn't have sex with that boy. We saw the video. This is the text message. We saw the video. He held me down, and I didn't. So now you're gonna try to put a charge on this little boy? Like it's crazy, but like, hey,
13. I mean, you know better, but you still young. She knew better. You a grown ass woman.
You a grown ass woman over here fucking kids.
You have so many guys out here around your age in their 20s, all that. They'll literally just they want pussy.
A dude, all right. So a man that is his let's say his mid 30s, 40s, date a woman that's 20 years old. Oh, why you messing with that little girl? She don't even know nothing yet. But these grown ass women in their 40s are fucking teenagers.
Shit, me. Give me
and the world quiet on this shit.
Give me a 30 or 40 something and I'll be
that's
just
fine.
fine.
Me. Hey, it's cool.
When there was a problem when I do it.
Ladies, I don't give a fuck. He 18, you can have as much fun as you want. I don't care if you're 60, he's legal. Have fun. Y'all decide to do that as two adults. I know he's young, but hey, he's legal to make his own choices. But when you start fucking with motherfuckers that's 17, 16, 14, like, come on. What the fuck are y'all talking about? It's a hard time for me to find. If I meet women 21, 23, 24, and we talk, and it's just like, conversation just we don't got much to talk about. Like, unless they're old soul, or unless they into the shit I'm into, it's kind of like, we on two different social paths. So, what the fuck are you talking to about? Like, what are y'all talking about? I'll wait. Not a
I'm not gonna speak on my
goddamn
conversation.
thing. No, I'm fucking with you. All
My
right, so
conversations be interesting, except for this one guy. Like we literally have nothing to talk about unless it's like me needing to get my car fixed. But other than that, we ain't got really nothing to talk about.
hey, bro, if you watching, you the car nigga. You you saving her phone as either mechanic, car nigga, or something with a car. I promise you, because you only get a call when your car fucked up. Her car fucked up. When she needs something done to her car, hey, ma, how you been? Long time. Hey, stranger. Hey, big head. How y'all like do? Hey, big head. Question. My alternator been. Oh, baby, don't worry about that. I'll go ahead and get that done for you, baby. I'll be over there in like 20 minutes. Oh, you busy? I'll be over there tomorrow morning. I got that for you, baby. Don't worry about it. That's exactly what. Now, we know what it is. He just happened to be over there and be able to just be happy to say he with you. All right, so any last remarks on this topic before we move into the VX report? Hey, O'Shawn.
That's
All
a
right.
unique name.
Yeah, O'Shawn cool as fuck. I was just part of her Black Expo with my graphic design business. We was a part of an expo talking about our services and products and all that stuff. So she provided that. It was a nice little turnout. She had I think about 12 companies and all different
Oh,
things.
that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah. It was real dope. How you doing, O'Shawn? If you don't know, we on YouTube and we on Tag right now, going live on both. So if you on Tag, hey, hit them hearts, show us some love, and keep it moving. If you want to join the conversation, you got to come over to YouTube. I'm sorry. All right, so with that said, we're gonna go ahead and get into a couple of these current events.
I used to hate current events in school.
A couple of these pop cultures, and we get into the VX report. What's good? Hey, yeah, you already know your boy over there gave your boy another job. They gave your boy another job. Appreciate that. I appreciate you. All right, so we get in the VX report right now. And this week, we got some crazy shit we got to talk about. The first thing first. Young Thugger. Now, if you haven't been following this trial at the Young Thugger case, all right, the YSL case, Rico case, I don't know why they haven't thrown this shit out yet. I'm just going to go through some recent shit. They've been having witnesses come up that they gave all these plea deals to, and every witness got up there and act like they don't know shit. I don't know. I don't recall. What you mean? Who that? Like, it's been a waste of fucking time. Now, early this week, let's go back to Friday. Friday, they had a witness, Woody. Woody is he's supposed to testify. He was in the plea deal. He got a plea deal. He decided he wasn't going to testify. They held him in contempt on Friday. My bad. So, on Monday morning, they're supposed to be in the court at 8:30. I'm trying to go through this fast for y'all. He's supposed to be in court at 8:30. Everybody's there at 8:30 for a 9 o'clock time period into the courtroom. They couldn't get in the courtroom until 11 a.m. Everybody's wondering what's going on. Apparently, the judge, the DA, the prosecutors, the witness Woody, and his attorney, not even his attorney stand-in was having a whole meeting with the judge, and the defense didn't know nothing about it. And apparently, it was said that the DA was trying to tell them, hey, we gonna put you in jail for 2 days because you don't want to cooperate. If you don't want to testify, we'll have you sit in jail for up to 2 years. And he was like, I sit. So they're thinking that he's testifying now because they coerced him. So when that comes out, the judge like, hold up. How did you hear about this? Who told you about that? He was like, Judge, I can't tell you that, but is it true? Judge was like, that was a private conversation. Oh, so it was true. So the judge said, you have 5 minutes to tell me. I'm holding you into contempt. I'm not telling you. Judge go through whole thing, boom, 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 come back. Are you telling me? Nope. All right, cool. To jail you go. Send hey, they call him YSL Steele. That's the name, the attorney's name. He was in contempt for an hour before he had 25 lawyers at the courthouse standing against the judge. came in to represent him, and they was able to, in 30 minutes, let the judge know what you're doing is not correct. It's not right. We will be filing an appeal. You actually have case law mixed up. You're mixing two different motions. It made the judge look bad, but what made it look worse was when he was pointed out and he said, let me take a break so I can look over this. Came back and stood 10 toes down on the wrong decision. It lets him know that he don't understand what's going on. Well, the problem with that is that the whole situation goes to the appellate court, and the appellate court said, hey, this falls under our jurisdiction. He's not going to be in jail. He's actually going to be free. We're going to give him a bond while you determine this, and this doesn't look right. So now it's a thing called reversal. Full reversal, I think it's called. Correct me if I'm wrong, if all my legal people. But basically, it means that any decision made in the case, if something was to happen, one of these conditions, that's a full reversal. So if it's a guilty, it's going to be turned over because now we can say that it was a coercion. And that meeting that they had on Monday could be the thing that overturns any conviction in this case. So,
Oh wow.
the judge is trying to fight for his life. Another attorney came up because there's multiple defendants on this case, and another attorney came up to say, hey, we need these transcripts. We need to know what's going on, boom, boom, boom. And the judge said, you need to tread lightly. Bruh. And the same blonde lady that came in and proved that Fannie Willis was doing with the Trump case, and this shit was wrong, and she was fucking the nigga that she put in the order and put in line. And hey, I got nothing wrong with Fannie. Hey, Fannie, if I was a little older, Fannie, how you doing? But, hey, she a little thick, little country, but nah, that's a woman. That's a woman of business, so I'm going to be very respectful, Fannie. But he called her Gorilla Grip pussy. That's what her boyfriend called. I want to know what a Gorilla Grip. I've had a Ninja Grip before, but a Gorilla Grip, that's something different. That Ninja Grip is that. Anyway, so the same lady that came in
I have so many questions
to shut that down.
I'm
Hey, the same lady that came to shut down Fannie Willis' situation came in to stand up because she's the president of the committee that stands for defense attorneys when they get found in contempt. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. And these motherfuckers came deep, 25 deep, because Mr. Steele is obviously that motherfucking man. And he just secured case after case because all he gonna tell his clients is, I will go to jail for you. And he literally went to jail. So y'all keep an eye on that case. That case is crazy. I will be keeping an eye on that. Next up, we have Hinge. If you haven't heard, there are a list of black women that are saying that Hinge is racist towards black women. Now, their claim is that Hinge places black women's profiles at the bottom of the dating pool, meaning that the guys that they get are not the creme de la creme. They're not the highest when it comes to occupation, when it comes to looks, when it comes to income, height, right? And so the young lady stated that when she changed her profile to say instead of black or African American, that when it says white, she gets more. Well, this is the issue with that statement. As somebody that uses Hinge, you get to choose your own preference, meaning not only do you get to choose who you want to look for, that also determines who gets to look for you. Mm-hmm. There's a little button that says deal breaker. And once you put deal breaker on there, that means that you are strong on that. And yes, I said strong, not strong. Strong on that. Strong. And so basically what they're stating is that the gentleman they're trying to look for may not fall into this. So a lot of people ask the question, all right, so can we see the gentleman you're currently getting then? The gentleman that's currently coming to you. And they never showed that. They only showed the gentleman that once they change it to white, what they get. Now, my thing is this. I don't think Hinge is being racist. Hinge is just simply one of those apps that allows you to pinpoint what you're interested in. Mm-hmm. And maybe the person you're interested in isn't interested in you.
That's what it sounds like.
Hey, if you open up Hinge right now, if you download the app, you got a home screen, then you got to like And my shit get likes all the time, and sadly, I don't respond to most of them. I haven't responded to any of them, and that's just because I'm just focused on some shit. But I keep it on just so I can keep realistic reality of what is looking for me. You get me? I like to know where I stand in the marketplace. You get me? But if you go to the home, you'll see everything that's there. You can go to the hot, meaning the people that's just really jumping. Then you can go to who liked you. There's people that I see at that home or that hot. I'm like, golly, okay. I'm looking through the stuff. Oh, I like that. Okay. They don't like me. That's cool. And that's what's going to happen. And I think that's what's happening here. You're just, some of the gentlemen that you are interested in getting maybe are not on the app, because I know a lot of guys that have left dating apps are not requesting.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So
like they're not on the app. Those that want you aren't on the app, and then those that are on the app don't want you.
Yes. So I think that may be an issue that that's running into. So we got to be mindful of that. But my research have shown that this isn't a racist situation. It's just simply
you're not getting what you want. You don't know how to handle it. You sound like a spoiled brat.
I said this shit years ago. What I said, hey. You can whatever you want, but do you qualify? Do you qualify with what you're looking for? Everybody want a dude that's 6'3".
I don't want to do 6'3".
Well, all right, not everybody. A lot of people, a lot of women want a dude that's a certain height, certain money, certain look, certain. Well, you show the shit. You bet not be talking about he got to be at least 6'3". But like.
Listen, I don't feel like climbing no mountains, no tall trees, no skyscrapers.
But we gotta really think about like, hey, maybe your type isn't you. Maybe you're not your type's type. That's the statement I want to make. Maybe you're not your type's type, and that's fine. That's fine if you're not your type's type. But maybe you need at some point you may need to reevaluate your type then, or reevaluate what you're going to be interested in considering, because you can't get mad that you're not getting what you. Hey, I would love to have a Kelly Rowland. I would love to have Kelly Rowland. Kelly, baby.
It ain't gonna happen. It's not.
But Kelly's out the picture. Like,
I would love a Common or a Chris Brown. That'd be nice.
Speaking of Chris Brown, we're going to get over to Chris Brown. I'm glad you brought that up. So, there's a young lady who canceled her engagement to go to a Chris Brown concert.
Huh?
Oh, I am not. Hey,
you said what now?
I'm doing a show. I'm going to talk to you later. You playing with me. All right, my bad. So, all right. So this young lady went to the Chris Brown concert and hold up a sign. If you're looking on YouTube, you can see the sign, see the picture of it. It says, "Engagement was called off because I came to see you." Now,
I want to know how that went. Like, was it like the wedding was that day and you refused to go to your wedding?
Nah. Oh, you gonna miss your wedding for? Nah, this is engagement.
You'd be surprised about the dumb stuff these women would do these days.
That'd be dumb as shit. But I think
I don't put it past them.
It would have been like, whatever, it's an argument maybe going on, or maybe this was out of town or something. He was like, hey, I ain't cool with this. Maybe she going with some friends that these the thought friends. I don't know. But it maybe went to the point where he said, hey, if you go to that concert, this shit over. Like, I'm not going to play this game with you. And she said, cool.
I want to know what kind of argument is that bad for you to be like, bruh, if you go to this concert, I'm done. I'm not marrying you no more.
Like, we all play this game of your celebrity crush. Who's your celebrity crush? But these motherfuckers taking it too fucking real. You're going to throw away our future so you can go to a fucking concert? And I know somebody going to come back and say, well, you threw it away because I went to a concert. Hey, I always say this. I said this shit earlier. I had a conversation earlier today. And I had said, when you're in a relationship, you got to choose whose feelings matter the most. You got to choose what takes precedence? What is a priority? You got to think about that all the time when you're in a relationship. So when you're thinking about who feelings matter the most, that's between your significant other and the person outside of the relationship. I'm not talking about you or your significant other. Like, I'm talking about the person outside of the relationship and your significant other. So at this case, that'd be the Chris Brown concert or your friends that want to go to the Chris Brown with you, right? I'm quite sure you didn't go solo. So their feelings that you're gonna miss the show matters more than my feelings of whatever I was saying. And like I said, I don't know what the reason is. But if you're going to throw away, ladies, how hard is it to find a man that want to be committed to you?
Oh my gosh!
Like, we hear all these stories. I've been engaged
It's like
5
finding
times,
a needle
but
in
you're
a
still not
haystack.
married. So
It's like finding a needle in a haystack.
so that's my question. So you finally found somebody that want to be with you, that want to love you, that want to represent you, that wants to cover you, that wants to protect and provide and lead and all this great stuff. But you're going to give it up for a celebrity that really not even looking for you.
To be honest, that man is living his best life and enjoying his life as he can.
So this brings me to my final topic for tonight. Let's go ahead and switch back. Final topic for tonight is, has the experience of marriage become more important than the commitment and vows? The reason I say that while she's getting her comments up, the reason I state that is because we're seeing a lot of people just give up while they're either engaged or leave their marriage and family all together. Now, I know what we're going to hear is, well, men did this and men did that. Well, let's be real. We have already proven that, and you can say men, but you can't say black men, because stats have shown that black men are more active in their kids' life than any other race, including white men. So we're going to kill that narrative. It was a lady on a podcast earlier this week that said, or last week, my bad, it came up, it was reviewed this week. I don't want a marriage. I just want the wedding. I want a big wedding. I don't want to do all the paperwork and stuff like that. I just want the wedding. You're right, KP. That is a unicorn to find a man that's ready to do that. So when you find that motherfucker, you gonna let him go for Chris Brown tickets? Now, hey, don't get me wrong. I tell everybody, Chris Brown is a great artist, performer. Like, the dude deserve. Get off bruh back. I know everybody want to still talk about the shit he did before. Hey, get off bruh back. He done paid his motherfucking dues. However,
you got famous people out there that's done worse.
You're giving up your marriage, your future. And if you say, well, I can get in, okay, get one.
Go ahead.
And I bet not hear shit.
And if you find another one, let me know if you got a brother that's down.
This is what I told somebody. I say, man, hey. You're telling me that if I meet a young woman that makes me feel like, hey, I want her. I want to love her. I want to give my life for her. Like, I want to be the covering. If it happens, it has to happen to me first. I want to go out here and she be the reason why I say, you know what, I'm tired, but I'm finna go and work some more because I got some shit my wife want to do. You get me? I want to build a family with you. I want to build a life, a future, a legacy with you.
Mm-hmm.
In my whole life, there's only been one woman that I thought was maybe that person. You get me? One.
Right.
And it's been years since she came in, like, since that situation has happened. So, if I find it, will I give it up for a fucking concert? And unless Chris Brown said, hey, no, I love you and I want to marry you and I don't know why you marrying this man. Now you maybe have something to say, hey, I really love Chris Brown. You weigh it out. But no. You did this shit to prove a point. To prove that no man rules you, no man tells you what to do. And yes, all right, that's cool, that's cute, that's great. You proved it. Now, what do you have to show for it?
Not a
What
damn thing.
what do you have to
You
show
going
for it?
back? You going back home from that concert alone?
Hey, I say it every fucking time. Being single is fun until you come home.
Mm-hmm. Like, don't get me wrong. If we got into an argument, and you hit me with that. Oh, if you go to this concert, we're done. Oh, best believe I'm not gonna go to the concert, but I ain't staying home. I'm gonna go take me a
We
drive because if I stay in this house with
you
you, I'm
wanna
probably gonna kill you.
you wanna know what's so crazy? Is a lot of people don't get the idea of if your significant other say they don't like something, that it's okay for you not to understand it, but say, you know what, this ain't worth the argument. It ain't worth the fight.
Right.
It means something to you, cool. And I was having this conversation earlier today, and the reason why it's so funny to me is because, you know, we make the all the scenarios and the what ifs. Oh well, your boss tell you to do shit you don't like, and well, you not my boss. Okay. Well, that organization you in tells you can't do this, you don't do. Well, I didn't decide it. Okay. My question is this. Just think about, and this for men and women, the next time there's something that you want your spouse to do. Let's just say, I'm going to use, because I don't date niggas, so I only date women. Them good morning texts, those flowers just because, those random actions, those random dates, those picnics that you like so much, whatever it is that you fucking think is important, but you know he wouldn't do it. Like, he don't give two fucks about them flowers. He don't care about that good morning text. He can give two fucks about going on random dates because most likely it's coming out of his pocket. But you know what? He do it because he loves you. Mm-hmm. You want it. That's what you need to feel comfortable and secure in this relationship. So you know what? He gonna do it. But the moment he say something that he needs to feel secure, oh, you too emotional, oh, you too this, oh, you too that, oh, you don't rule me, oh, you're not going to dictate, or you're not going to. Don't turn boundaries into insecurities.
Right. There's a big difference between boundary and insecurity.
Don't turn boundaries into insecurities. That's all I tell people, because we get to a point that everything's okay until it's inconvenient for you. Now it's an insecurity of mine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Definitely agree with that.
I got no problem. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like a lot of women, and it's very rare to find a woman that doesn't go through the whole marriage thing for just the experience. But I feel like women only do it for the experience. Personally,
It's scary.
I don't have to have a whole big behind wedding or anything like that. I know only one couple that actually like got married, never had a wedding. They just did the paperwork because that's what they were more prominent
I'm
about,
not
actually
opposed.
becoming one.
I'm not opposed to my if my wife want a nice wedding, hey baby, let's do something nice. Now I am opposed to going into debt for a fucking wedding. Like, that's not happening. We can have.
There's no
nice.
need to be a bridezilla.
It's based off your tax bracket. Let's not get it wrong. If you got the money to spend, hey. But if you don't, it should be okay. Like, are you getting married for the Instagram post, or are you getting married because you want to be with this person for life?
Right.
Are you getting married just to say that you were married, that you are a wife, that, oh, my husband? Or are you getting married forever? Are you getting married, fellas? Are you getting married to be a good husband, or are you getting married just to shut it the fuck up? Like, we gotta start getting married for the right reason if we're going to do the shit. Because if not, we could just be fucking. If you just gonna leave the first time shit get worse, the shit get bad, shit don't go your way, you get upset, or the honeymoon phase is over and shit get real, we can just be fucking. Like,
yeah.
but let's be real about it. See, and now that you don't have gentlemen that's blindly marrying motherfuckers now you have gentlemen that's asking questions that you don't know how to answer.
Because they never had to answer them before.
It's an issue. It's an issue. Now, your comeback to everything is only broke niggas ask that question. Only insecure men ask that question. Only narcissists. You know me, Vanilla. Every time somebody uses the word narcissist, I say, first, spell it. Second, what does it mean? Like, because most of the time people say shit because they heard it all the time. Oh, you a narcissist. Like, if you knew the definition of narcissist, you'll realize that you fall into it more than I do. But anyways.
Most of the time, that's what happened. The people who be calling people narcissists are the narcissists.
All day long. That's nice. That's nice. See, elope at the beach. I just say we can have memories. Let's take this money and put it on our first home together. Let's put it on our honeymoon so we can go and spend 6 months in Bali.
The whole wedding is just for other people to celebrate with you.
Thank you. Like,
it's not to actually commence everything. No, it's just for everyone.
We're spending all this money to invite family that you haven't talked to in forever and family you don't fucking like to feed and get these niggas drunk so they can tell you that your dress was pretty and all that. Now we got $30,000, $40,000 in debt for a day that, and now 10 years down the line, you decide I'm not happy no more, so I want to leave. I never been abusive. I never cheated. I never none of that. No. Let's do this. Let's do this. Hey, fellas, this might be a good idea. I don't know. Don't try this at home.
Oh, I want to hear this. Because you always come up with something reckless or just out of pocket.
No. It's not reckless at all. It's this. It's just like how I feel about mandatory paternity tests and as well as prenuptial agreements. I don't think a prenuptial agreement should be that you don't get nothing. I think that it should be a time stipulation. You here long enough, you get percentages based off that. You get me? You just being here don't get you shit. Because you better ask, what is it, Robert De Niro? Had that young lady, they had that baby, now she want to leave and she finna get $100 and something million.
Ooh.
The baby not even one. But anyways, now I see why motherfuckers go missing. $100 million. Anyway, so this, you come in, you have a certain time period. I think the same thing should be for big weddings. We decide to get married, we do something small. We have a budget. And that budget could be a percentage of whatever the annual income is. So you're saying, hey, we're going to use 10% of my annual income for this wedding.
Okay.
Now, that's based off what y'all decide to do. So if y'all make $100,000, 10% of that. $10,000. You get me? So whatever it is. Now, we make on year 5, we do another update honeymoon, but on year 10 we do an updated vows, or we do updated ceremony. So our big ceremony be that we made it to the 10-year mark. Then we do another one at 20. You get me? Now that 10, we can do the big shit at 10 if you want, or we can wait to 20. Well, it depends on how old you are. Cause if you already 40 something, you getting married, you might do that at 10. Cause at 20, you might not be able to move like you want to move. And I think that's a fair thing. Hey, we put in the time to put this money up.
That actually sounds pretty fair.
How many weddings have you gone to and these niggas already divorced?
Ooh.
How many? It's so many weddings I've been to that didn't make it to 5 years, didn't make it to 3 years.
There's so many. And now, I have a lot of friends that's popping up that are, engaged and about to get married. I'm just like, okay.
You want to know what get me, though? When motherfuckers get engaged to somebody that's been cheating on them the whole time. Been lying to them the whole time.
That'd be hilarious. I am not going to lie.
Wait.
That'll be the funny one.
So you think that they're going to stop when they say, I do?
Do they even know? Because I know one couple that got married.
That's another one.
She ain't know.
KP said this. Most engagements I see don't make it to the wedding. Let's be real. We know people. We all know somebody that's been engaged for 3-4 years. But that's their husband. That's their wife. Now, I understand shit can happen. I understand that. Things can happen. It could be a delay or something. Boom, boom, boom. Y'all could be saving up for something. All right, cool. But everybody's not in that kind of situation. Let's be real. So we get to the point where we'll cohabitate. Mm-hmm. We'll have kids. So we'll live together when we don't got the money to do so. Because times it's easier to stay together. It's cheaper to live in one household, so we're not paying two different things. And hopefully you can handle it, or she decides to continue working. But I have man, my homeboy had it bad. He got married, and she said, I'm a wife now. I shouldn't be working, and just stop working. She told him she quit. She didn't tell him she was going to quit. She came home and said, "Yeah, today was my last day at work." After they made plans that they're going to do the wedding for this thing, they're going to work to do this, save up for this, like they had a whole plan planned out. She was like, "No, I should be a kept woman. I'm married now." And called him every name under the book because he was like, "Wait, that wasn't part of the plan. Like, that's not what we had set up. Like, we can't."
You can't just switch up like that. Like, that's another conversation that needs to be had. And if you want to do that, then we can talk about that after.
You'll be surprised. But the shit is just like, you know, and I tell dudes this too. She didn't listen before. You think she gonna listen now? She was doing whatever the fuck she wanted to do before. You think she gonna magically decide to be? You were mad that she was out in the streets all the time, always at the clubs with her friends before, but you think now that y'all gonna get married, she gonna be a quiet housewife. Nigga. All right. I'm not the smartest man in the world, but I got a couple degrees. So let's look at this. Mm-hmm. A habit is something that is repetitive practice that becomes second nature. Mm-hmm. So if a repetitive practice of yours is to lie, cheat, party, not listen, just toxic activities, that shit don't just stop because you say, all right, I'm done today. If that was the case, there would be no alcoholics, no cigarette smokers, no drug addicts, because everybody can just say, you know what? I'm not vaping no more. Them vapes got y'all on lock like a motherfucking crack rock. Like, people that smoke vapes, they will pull over the 3 gas stations in a row to find the flavor they looking for, because these niggas ain't got the one they need. Now we 30 minutes late because they got to get the right vape. So
that's not me, but it is true.
She started over, that's not me, but it's true.
I won't pull over to no gas. I'm not buying a vape from a gas station. I'm sorry.
Oh, my bad. You're bougie. You go to a smoke
shop.
If
I can't make it to a smoke shop, then I'm just not buying a vape. I'm sorry. Like, I'm just gonna have to be vaping.
So my question is this, though. My question is this: do you think? All right. So if you're going into a yard, right? No, my bad. Every time you pass this house, this dog is barking like it's trying to get at you. It's snapping its teeth. It's drooling, snoring, all that shit, right? Yeah. I had to get a sound for it. All right. So he do this every time you walk by. Mm-hmm. Do you think just because today I'm bringing him a bone, I'm going to go in this yard and pet this dog?
No.
But why is that? But why is that? Because his actions every time has proven to be this kind of energy. Yeah. So I need you to show me that that's no longer the energy before I trust you to come into this yard.
Exactly, and it takes time to build.
It takes time
to show me that is not there no more.
I'm not saying people can't change, but the fact that a dude would cheat. And to get his girl back, he will propose to say, hey, I just want to prove that I just want to be with you. And she will say yes.
That doesn't prove anything.
But then get mad when this nigga cheat when they married or engaged. Like, come on.
It don't make sense.
Bruh, she didn't listen to no leadership, nothing you requested while you were talking, dating, get to know each other, whatever you want to fucking call it. She has never been able to boil water, and she couldn't tell you the name of one cleaning product. But you think that when you marry her, she's going to cook, clean, and shut the fuck up. Come on, bro.
Sorry.
Like, come on, bro. Like, you set yourself. I
That's
can't be
just
mad at
like-
her. I gotta be mad at you. You set yourself up for that motherfucking thing.
That's just
bro.
like thinking that, you met a woman who dressed provocatively. You think she's going to change how she dresses.
Oh yeah, that's another one.
Like,
She
no.
got ass and titties out all the time, but now when you put a ring on it, you expect for her to stop. No, you met her like this is what she does. Like
This is what you like seeing this. This is why you ended up
got her
talking
that
to her
way.
in the first place.
You got her that way, bro. And I can't blame her for saying this me. What the fuck you want me to change for? That's why I always say have conversations before you have relations. Let's understand what the fuck going on, because if we're not on the same page, I'm not smashing. I'm sorry. If we're not on the same page, no poom poom has been worth problems for me. I don't see any poom poom worth problems and stress. It's not. Especially when that's all you bring. So
And that a lot of these women in this generation, and even some of the older ones, that's all they're bringing to the table now. It's, I got good pussy.
well, that's just like if a dude say, what you bring? I bring good dick. Like, come on, y'all gonna be like, well, no, I can't say that because we all know somebody that's been with a nigga that ain't shit, but he digging it down. So she love this nigga. We all know somebody that's been there. So and we know some dudes that been whipped. It is what it is. I blame your mama and I blame your daddy. They should have taught you the game. But what I can't blame is Jesus, because my bad. Because we got to be honest with ourselves. Like, when we overlook these red flags, we overlook this bullshit, and then get mad when bullshit happen. No. We seen bullshit from the get-go. So, has the experience of marriage become more important than the commitment and the vows? I think yes. I say yes for that.
We got Danny_Mason. She said yes as well. Isha Brett said, I can't. Oh, she couldn't see the rest of the question. She should have put on her damn glasses.
Oh, blind ass. Wait. Let me see.
Let me see. But most likely she's going to agree. Yes. People value the experience of getting married than the actual marriage. Mm-hmm. Then I had somebody DM me. He said, in today's society, unfortunately, yes. So I asked him to elaborate. And he said, like in today's world, people live for most of the good moments. And when things get tough, they either at each other's throat or walk away from each other. To me, it falls back to loving being a choice more than a feeling, if you get me. And I get where he's coming from with that. I feel like when I truly love somebody and I'm actually sticking by them and I'm dealing with them, I'm choosing to love you. I'm choosing to wake up every morning and have you next to me. I'm choosing to be by your side through thick and thin, good and bad, flaws and all. Like, that's what I'm choosing to do.
Yeah.
I'm choosing to love you. Mm-hmm. So I get what he's saying with that, and I totally agree with him.
Yes. Every day is a choice. No. And it's because I do agree with it. Yes, every day is a choice. And I've said this many a times. Every day you wake up, you're choosing to love this person. You're choosing to stay faithful. You're choosing to stay committed. You're choosing to stay loyal. You're choosing to stay here. You're choosing to be trustworthy.
Not to give in to temptations around you, because there's always going to be somebody better.
There's always going to
be somebody thicker, somebody to give you more, somebody who's going to protect you, somebody who's going to, cater to something
I know that. I'm a teddy bear. Hey, I know that. I got high self-esteem. I'm fucking adorable. However, I'll be a fucking fool if I think that I'm the best that's ever going to walk past my woman. Like, let's be honest. And if you think you're the best thing that's ever going to walk past your man or your woman, I'm sorry to tell you that everybody around you has been lying their whole life. Because it's always going to be somebody that's prettier. It's always going to be somebody that's smarter. It's always going to be somebody that makes more money. It's always going to be somebody that got a better idea. It's always going to be somebody that's taller, somebody that's more fit, somebody that's this, somebody that's that. But what we have to understand is that I made a commitment to this relationship, whether it be whether it be poly or monogamous. I made a relation to whatever situationship we decided to have right here. Whatever this is the commitment I made. So I got to be a man of my word. You got to be a woman of your word. You got to be a person of your word. And we don't have that nowadays. We have, I'm not happy, so I'm leaving. Well, why aren't you happy? Is it really the other person's fault? Or
majority of the time it's not.
Or did you force this person to a relationship because you didn't want them to be with anybody else, but you wasn't ready for a relationship? Or
majority of the time that's what it is.
Definitely. Or is it that you didn't get your way and you just say, well, these other niggas be in my DM talking about this? Or
they being the wrong type of brat.
Is it she be tripping, but these other hoes they just be let me fuck, so I'm good. No, like, we gotta really think about why are people leaving relationships, and all of them ain't because the other person is bad. Sometimes you're the fucking problem. Sometimes you're the bad in your relationship, and you gotta be honest with that. You gotta be honest. And what I noticed
with this generation, a lot of what it is, I don't know if they're out there doing them, or I don't know if they're being faithful.
So I'm just gonna do the bullshit.
So I'm gonna just do it anyway. And it's just like,
that's what? The dumbest shit. I don't know if other niggas out here killing people, so I'm finna go out there and kill people. That's exactly what it sounds like. That shit's dumb as fuck.
It's so stupid. I was like, somebody told me the other day, there's like, they were telling me about their relationship. There's like, I'm scared. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm scared. And I was like, you have yet to sit here and tell me anything positive about your relationship. You just kept naming all the negatives that's going on and all the possibilities. There are positive possibilities too. How about we look at those? Why are you even with this person? Why are you talking to this person? What about them makes you want to stay with them and work things out? Because those are the things you need to be looking at. Because just as much as you're scared to put it all in and just put your faith into it, they are too.
Hey,
and if y'all both just put y'all faith into it, I guarantee you it'll work out.
I said this shit. Love is literally you saying, I'm going to risk it all and hope this person don't make me look stupid. That's literally what love is. Because you cannot go into a relationship like, I want you to give me everything, but I need you at this. No, you got to take that risk. And the only thing you can do, like, you can do things ahead of time to say, hey, I want to make it clear that we have the same intentions. We are going down the same path. I want to take this slow, whatever it is. But once you get in that relationship, once you say, hey, this is what we're doing, it's up to you to do your motherfucking part. Now, sad to say, there's some ain't shit people in this world that's going to take advantage of the good person. But that doesn't mean you got to be a bad person to me because somebody didn't give a fuck that you was a good person to them. That doesn't mean that.
Take your time to heal and reconvene once you healed up, please.
And we're going to quickly talk about the heal thing. I said this earlier today as well. Healing is not that you don't hurt anymore. Healing is noticing your triggers and understanding a better, healthier way to deal with when you're triggered than you were doing before. Before, when you did this, it made me want to punch you in your shit. But now that I'm healed, I noticed that trigger, and instead of me punching you in your shit, it makes me say, you know what, bro? I'm going to leave now because we're not seeing eye to eye. And we're not going to see eye to eye. We've tried to talk this through. Obviously, you don't want to come to a solution. We can't come to a solution together. So that's what healed is. It's not that I don't want to do this shit. It's that it's better option. It's a healthier option for it. So when we talk about, I'm healed, I need to be healed. A lot of people think they healed because they just haven't been in a relationship for years. I've done the work. No, you've been lonely. Your trauma is just on ice. waiting to be thawed out. You know that that chicken you had in the freezer for the last 6 months that's waiting to be thawed out? That's exactly what your trauma is. That fucking chicken in your freezer, solid as a fucking rock, that you gonna thaw the fuck out the first relationship you get into. So we need to understand the difference between that shit. Are you healed or are you just lonely?
Yep. People got to do the work.
We had this show already, but I think we may need to bring it back. Have somebody on to come speak about what the work really is.
And it differs depending on the person. But I do believe the one thing that's consistent and the same through them all is taking some time to yourself. You have to be alone. Not lonely. You have to be alone.
But taking your time to yourself is not just not been in. See, this is what a lot of people.
Yeah, it is not just.
I'm going to tell you this, the shit I catch people in, men and women. Whenever, for some odd reason, everybody want to come to me with their problems. But men and women, this is the shit I catch them on all the time. Man, I've been single. I've been keeping to myself for the last couple of years. Like, I'm just, and I think I'm ready. I say, have you been? Yeah. I haven't been with nobody. I haven't been dating nobody. So you haven't entertained anybody. You haven't had sexual relations with anybody. You haven't been going on dates. You haven't been talking on the phone with people in a suggestive manner. Like, let's really get to the nicks and well, yeah, I did that, but I didn't get no relationships. So you haven't. And it's okay, but we have to be honest with ourselves. See, if we're not honest with ourselves on what we actually have done and haven't done, how can we be honest with somebody else? Because the first thing you're going to tell somebody when you're meeting them is, yeah, I've been single. I've been focused on me. I've been healing. That's the story. Mm-hmm. Only for you to get with them and realize you haven't taken no time to really fucking heal.
Yeah.
You haven't taken no time to take accountability, to reflect, to really dive into what the real issues were, what you can control and what you can't control. You have no understanding of what went wrong before. You just know, I'm done with them, so it had to be them. Have you ever met somebody
want to point the finger back at themselves?
Bro, have you ever met somebody that no matter what friend group they get into, they fall out with every motherfucking body?
Yes.
But it's always the friend group. Oh, I don't like them because of this. I don't like them because of that. Every friend group you get with that you fall out with every friend group, motherfucker, you the problem.
No, it was this one chick, she fell out, not only with her friends, but she would fall out, like, her relationships, her friends, family members, just like everything. And I'm just like, bro, you're the problem.
That's the biggest red flag.
And she don't see it. She don't see it.
Yeah, I got nobody else to talk to. My mama not even talking to me. My sister not talking to me. My cousin, my brother, my best friend, my other friend, my friend from college, my fraternity brother, or sorority sister, or the people from church. My pastor not even listening to. All these motherfuckers not fucking with you. It's you.
You the problem.
It's
you the problem.
Like, it's you. These are all different people from different parts of life. They're not all. I can tell if your whole town don't fuck with you. You know when you have them small little towns, everybody, man, whatever, cool. But these are people from all over the fucking world, and none of them fuck with you.
That'll be the same type of person that want to get married for the experience, and not for the actual marriage.
Hey, wouldn't it be some shit that if you ask for a divorce, whoever paid for the wedding has to be reimbursed 50%?
You know, that's not a bad idea.
I'll be thinking about shit that be fair. Like, if you want to go, you can go.
That's not a bad idea.
But before you leave, you owe me 50% on it. Like, if that would be crazy if whoever filed for divorce. Now, we'll put some stipulations because I understand you shouldn't be forced to stay somewhere where you're not being loved and respected. So, if you file for divorce, but you file because you were able to prove that your significant other was either cheating, being abusive to you or your children. You can prove that shit, not just no hearsay. And become aggressively or negatively user of drugs or alcohol. And I'll say that because some people are microdosers, for pain or whatever like that. So I don't want to just say, oh, they use drugs. So they doing shit, they stealing shit, they on some crackhead shit, some meth shit. Let's be real. Or they're drunk and they beating up everybody every time they drink. They're angry drunk, whatever. That you can ask for divorce. You don't got to pay shit, but they gonna have to pay half of that motherfucker. And then the next thing would be if you just asked for a divorce, but it was none of that. You just say, I'm running.
Because you're not happy anymore.
You're not happy anymore. Okay, cool. So you got to pay half of whatever was paid up until this point. So anything that your spouse can prove that they paid for you or they paid for the family, that wasn't for their use, for their sole use, you got to pay half for. I promise you we won't have, first off, we won't have all these marriages out of nowhere because motherfuckers going to really think about it. Second off, we got to be real. Why do you think it's easier to get married than to get divorced? But that's a whole nother show. All right. Any last remarks on this topic before we go conclude?
Not on the topic, but shout out to my mom. She's getting married.
Hey, shout out to your mama, your mama, your mama. She not.
You got a boy in blue
fiance
getting
now.
married too. He's a Neo. He's a Neo.
Who do I miss?
He one of the young boys.
No, I know. My Iz got engaged a couple weeks ago.
I don't know.
Oh,
We're
but you
talking
said
about
he
the
one of the
same
young
person.
boys. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, shout out to everybody that's engaged and going to get married. Engaged and going to get married. If you've been engaged for 12 years, let me know once you get married. All right. It is Father's Day this weekend. I definitely want to give a shout out to all the fathers out there. Being a parent ain't easy. We know this.
It's definitely not.
And we know sometimes being a father is a thankless job. However, do your thing. We know that y'all not all bad guys. We know that y'all didn't all decide to leave. We know that all the situations maybe wasn't fair, but we need fathers in our kids' lives just like we need mothers in our kids' lives. So we appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all effort. We appreciate y'all hard work. And y'all have a great Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to my brother, Randy, G. Clef, and anybody else that got kids out there. If I didn't name you, blame it on my head, not my heart. I wasn't planning on going down this list, so. All right. You know how they do in that church? Blame it on my head, not my heart, baby. All right. So any last remarks, Vanilla? We on number 8. We streaming number 8 on the app. So I'm gonna keep this thing going over there. I may not I'm gonna shut the shit down on YouTube, but I'm gonna stay on this bit for a little bit, keep that bit rolling. Hey, make sure you hit that Cash App, Vibe Society. We appreciate everybody. We appreciate all the support. This shit ain't free, so hit that Cash App, Vibe Society. That's $VIBEXOCIETY. If you're not watching on YouTube, that's what it is. We appreciate everybody that gift us on the app. We do appreciate that. But yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. I think we had a good we ran all our topics. Yep. And let's get that off the string. So
I didn't mean to put it like that. Oops.
Put it like that. Oh shit. I enjoyed it. I appreciate you, KP. Shout out to everybody that tuned in over here on YouTube and everybody that tuned in on the app on Tag. We appreciate y'all. I think we're gonna do this every week. We're gonna run this every week. The only time you may have an issue is when we have guests on the show. If they're not a Tag participant, then you have to watch them on YouTube to interact with their part of it. But I think we're gonna continue this. Oh yeah, definitely hit that Vibe Society if y'all want to support that Cash App. We really do appreciate you. Ain't nothing free but Jesus, and He won His 10%. I think that's all right now. What up, bro?
All I have to say is assault is real.
Hey, no, go ahead and go over there. I may pull up over there later.
Regardless of the gender,
Appreciate
the status, all that. Like it happens to both of us. Okay.
Definitely.
Please, women, keep that in mind when you making your advances. Make sure he likes aggressive advances. Make sure y'all on that level with each other to be doing stuff like that. Cause
Don't just walk up and grab random private parts, ladies. That's
Please
all we're
don't
saying.
do that. Don't do that. You don't want somebody to randomly grab you. Don't randomly
Ask
grab
permission before you grab the.
That's all you can say. Ask.
Ask permission before you grab the dish. There we go. There we go. All right, cool. So, until next time, I think that's everything. We're going to go ahead and get up out of here. I go by the name LB Easy, a.k.a. Passport Poppy, a.k.a. the Heavyweight Lover, a.k.a. the Brat Tamer, a.k.a. what name I'm going to use today. Here with the beautiful Vanilla. Fix your face, girl. Fix your face.
You always got all these names.
You just mad because you ain't got none.
I got names. It's just not for y'all to use.
Ooh. Hey, y'all heard somebody call her mama. Make sure that if you have a dude that you call daddy, ladies, y'all send him a Father's Day gift. You call him daddy all the time. He should get a Father's Day gift. Until next time, we up out of here. This was Vibe Society. Make sure y'all follow us on that social media and hit that cash app. Deuce.